How's it going, YouTube? This is Cop Knight speaking. I hope you guys are well. I'm sorry, I have the giggles. Well, I just wanted to let you know that the plateau breaker worked a lot quicker than I thought. Just before I say anything else, I did aerobic dance of hip-hop abs. I continued my work in the gym. Today is my rest day because, I really put in a lot of effort. And I'm drinking like about not 90 ounces of water, but almost a gallon of water a day. I took my son's like a gallon of orange juice container, like a milk carton, so to speak, but it was orange juice. And whatever juice was remaining, I just put it in a cup and put it aside. I rinsed it out, I filled it with water, wait till it got chilled, and then started drinking it throughout the day. Just to change up things, because I usually drink 90 ounces of water, so I thought, let's try a gallon and see what goes. I cut out coffee in a sense that I didn't put Splenda and Coffee Mate in it, I just drank it black. As you know, I do drink black coffee because it speeds my metabolism and makes me urinate like a effing racehorse. And it works. Trust me, it works. And I can gladly say that now I'm officially at the weight of 167.8, meaning that I finally from 169, which I was dreadfully stuck in for 10 days, went down to 167. And that's 2 pounds, 997, 2 pounds. So, my starting weight was 237. I'm so sorry, I'm a terrible mathematician. You're gonna think, why didn't you do this before? 37 minus 167, current weight. I've lost a total of 70 pounds. I'm very happy at this, and God willing, inshallah ta'ala, more weight loss will come after that. How do I feel losing 70 pounds? Feels good. After a long shitty road that I've endured so many years before this particular moment, before this 1 year, so to speak, it feels really good. I mean, thank goodness it finally happened when it happened. But forget it. Now, let's not nazar lage, as they say in Urdu, but in English, let's not evil eye or jinx the situation. When you become proud of something, even if you have no arrogance, but if you become proud about something, something bad happens. So don't get proud. Be humble. You should always be humble. Okay. Let's get back to topic. What I want to talk to you about is a very sensitive and delicate topic. Through our weight loss journey, fat loss journey, and probably other aspects and spheres of life, we're going to hit a lot of obstacles, a lot of bumps in the road. We're going to have times where we feel sick physically. We're going to feel sick mentally. Our own insecurities are going to creep up. But the most common of all is that the harsh words and the irrational ideas of others that is going to make us feel at unease. You're going to have a lot of people saying, you can't do it, or don't you think you're getting too thin, or you don't need to lose 50 pounds, you're going to disappear, blah, 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 blah. You're going to have people saying things. Or you may be in instances where, like, you may be holding a bag of chips for somebody, and then another person will just walk by, see you with the bag, and say, oh, you're cheating on your diet. And you're going to be like, no, I'm not. And they're going to be like, oh, yes, you are, bitch. You're holding a bag of chips in your hand. And you're going to be like, but I'm holding it for someone. And they're going to be like, oh, no, don't lie to me. This happened to me before. I was making cream coffee for my mom with lots of sugar, because she always drinks it with sugar. She just can't help herself. Poor mom. But then my uncle, who was really totalitarian, never had a daughter, and is like one of the most judgmental people I've ever had the misfortune to meet, walks by me, sees me making the coffee and pouring the sugar, and she's like, oh yeah, put more sugar, drink more coffee. You're never going to lose weight with that shit. And I'm like, excuse me? I'm making this coffee for Mom. She told me to go make her some coffee. And he's like, oh, quit fucking lying. You ain't fooling no one. You were making that coffee for yourself. And I'm like, you know, Uncle, I can see why God didn't give you daughters, 'cause they turn out exactly like you. Judgmental and a bigot. And I went away. These type of things are going to mess us up. These type of things are going to fuck us up in our minds. Or, is there any other example? Well, like when I was in Pakistan, I was married, and I was losing some weight, and I finally was able to fit into a pink dress. And one of my sister-in-laws, she complimented me. And another sister-in-law was there, and she said to the other sister-in-law, oh, Reshmi's losing weight, she's fitting into her dress. And the other one's like, oh, well, she needs to lose more weight than that. And then I say to her, you're not skinny yourself. And she's like, how dare you? I have 6 children. And I'm like, so you're trying to tell me that diabetes and heart attack diseases are going to ignore you because you have 6 kids and come after me just because I have no kids and I'm newly married? Fuck logic. Just because you have so many kids, is that an excuse to be overweight and choose unhealthy things? Is that an excuse? You have bigger people cursing you out, and they're like, oh, you can't curse me out. I can be fat if I want to. I had 10 kids. You don't think you're at risk either? I'm at risk, but you're at risk too. Don't be using that children thing as an excuse. You have more of a reason to live than I do because of your children. You have to live for your children. Sorry, my computer did that again. And on it goes. All I want to do is say that you guys cannot let these type of comments and remarks get you down. You can't bawl into a cave forever and cry and cry and cry. Even though that does help, to cry and to let out your emotions is good for the soul. And you need to do that. But you can't do that every day. There has to be at least one day in your life, or 2 days at most, where you let out your emotions, let out your pain, and then the next day or so get back up and keep on marching. You can't be tired all the time. You can't be tiresome and irritable all the time. You may complain that you have people who hate you, but if you can, why can't you look at the people around you that do care about you? Look at them. If you're sad, then they're going to be sad too. They're going to feel like they're not doing enough to make you feel better. And if people are getting to you, half of it is your fault. Their half of their fault is that they're being a douchebag and they're being unfair. Your fault is that you're letting it get to you. You're letting it destroy your day. You're letting it act irrational. You're letting it make you get upset and go nuts and eat and drink the things you shouldn't be doing, or doing it in over-absorbent amounts. I'm sorry, I'm saying that wrong. You can't keep the birds of sadness from flying around your head, but you can keep them from nesting in your hair. You can't let people get to you, because if you do, you're going to be a miserable zombie forever. We all get tired and upset, and we all want to hit our heads. But there are times where you have to keep going on and on and on until you die. Say hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Mom, look up.
Hello? Who's there?
That's the camera, Mom.
Oh.
I'm giving a lecture on how you should not let the mean words of others get you down.
Okay. All right. I need to open my door.
Karungi, just go to the loo. Poor bathroom. Just joking.
The boy is gonna fall off.
Anyway, so yeah, इसमें कोई pause button नहीं है माँ. Anyway, so you met my mom. So anyway, like I was saying, We all get tired and drowsy and groggy and angry on this road, particularly with dieting and trying to lose weight, because let's face it, you have to sacrifice a lot of things. Sacrifice the things that pleasure you, sacrifice the things that would comfort you, so to speak, and sacrifice the things that, well, basically the things that you knew all your life. It's not an easy road. But most of the people who are on this journey, we're all adults. We made the clear, conscious decision to embark upon this journey, whether it be through surgery or without surgery. We knew the consequences that would happen. We knew the challenges that would be there. That is why doctors often recommend us to take special therapy or special coping classes in order to cope with such things, particularly if you're on surgery. If you've noticed, people would often have to take seminars and classes in order to learn how to cope, because if you get upset, your first instinct, go to the fridge. No. Get on the phone, talk to a friend, do something like that. Straighten out your hair, do your nails, pray. But you can't let people get to you. Crying and complaining about it out loud. I mean, crying to yourself is one thing. Crying to your near and dear ones, one thing. But crying for everyone to hear is only showing how upsetted you are by it. And that they have control over you. So basically, you're letting your enemies win. Keep your head up and believe. Crying's not going to help for long. Action is what helps. And with action and honesty, will one day reap results. Peace out, Girl Scout.